Former Trump White House advisor Steve Bannon is learning the consequences of refusing to testify before the House committee investigating the January 6th riot. Criminal charges. A federal grand jury indicted Bannon. Congressional investigators say the move by the Justice Department serves as a warning to others. The federal grand jury indicted Steve Bannon for refusing to comply with a subpoena from the Congressional Committee investigating the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. The 67-year-old former Trump advisor was indicted on 2 counts of contempt of Congress, one for refusing to appear for a deposition and the other for refusing to produce documents. Congressional investigators point to Bannon's own comments on his podcast the day before the riot, where he said, quote, "All hell is going to break loose tomorrow, and tomorrow is game day." Bannon's attorney told the Select Committee last month that he would not cooperate, citing President Trump's assertion of executive privilege. But Bannon was a private citizen at the time of the Capitol riot. The committee says his public comments on January 5th suggest he had some knowledge of the violence that would unfold the following day. Democratic Committee Chair Benny Thompson and Republican Vice Chair Liz Cheney released a statement saying, quote, "Steve Bannon's indictment should send a clear message to anyone who thinks they can ignore the Select Committee or try to stonewall our investigation. No one is above the law. We will not hesitate to use the tools at our disposal to get the information we need." The indictment comes on the same day former Trump Chief of Staff Mark Meadows refused to show up to give testimony before the January 6th committee. He, like Bannon, now faces criminal charges. Meadows is believed to have pressured former Vice President Mike Pence to overturn the election results. As pro-Trump rioters stormed Congress, Pence was inside, carrying out his constitutional duty to certify Joe Biden's victory. Outside, the mob could be heard chanting, quote, "Hang Mike Pence." Now we're hearing from former President Trump. He defended the rioters who threatened his former VP in an interview with ABC News reporter Jonathan Karl, recorded back in March.
Were you worried about him during that siege? Were you worried about his safety?
No, I thought he was well protected, and I had heard that he was in good shape. No, because I had heard he was in very good shape. But no.
You heard those chants. That was terrible. I mean,
he could have. Well, the people were very angry.
Bannon is expected to turn himself in tomorrow. If convicted, he faces up to 2 years in prison.